that, let's call in our commentators. Brandon Davis with this opening week matchup.
Thank you, Larry. We welcome you to the heart of the Hoosier State in the Circle City of Indianapolis, Indiana, at Lucas Oil Stadium. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the New York Jets and the Indianapolis Colts. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Run it now, out of the gun. He takes this for 3 to the 29. A big sea of Jets flying to the football there to make the stop.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
6 yards here to go for the offense on second down. Play action, it's locked. He'll buy some time right. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Wow, really? I can't even challenge that? Wow.
And here's a look at the starting offense. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Throwing on 3rd down. Luck completes it to Moncrief, left side. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Oh, Brandon, this one hurts my heart as a former defensive back. Out in the open field, you've got a chance to get down this receiver. Instead, he breaks through you. You'll hear about this in the film room and from your teammates.
They give it to him right up the gut. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. Couple of Jets there in on the stop. And a look now at how the Jets line up defensively.
Calvin Pryor's exactly what you're looking for in a safety who polices the middle of the field.
To throw on second down is Locke. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36. Couple of Jets there in on the stop.
Now that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
On second down, here's Locke. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Here's Locke. Kidder here, it's complete. 6 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 4th down. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
And now the Colts call on their field goal unit here. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So the opening drive for them here on their home turf results in a field goal.
Now that's the way you want to get things started. Your stadium, your crowd, you got the ball, put points on the board first, and let everyone start to celebrate.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. 5 yards is the pickup as it extends this drive.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands.
Why couldn't I see fumble?
Get him out in the flat and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
All right, partner, despite my eating habits, I'm not big enough to play offensive tackle, nor am I quick enough. But with the defensive ends nowadays and their speed, those guys have to be able to punch and dance, and it's a tough, tough job to contain them.
And here's the offense today that hopes to get off to a strong start. And they'll be in search of 11 yards here on 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They come up in an offset eye. 2nd and 10, Luck again. And this is Moncrief for the catch. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Here's Luck now on 2nd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Back with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Colts in position. The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down. Luck looks to throw on 3rd and 1. And he's got Moncrief. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4. Couple of Jets there in on the stop.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that plan any down.
And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. From the red zone now, Love. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Kyler Fackrell coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. And some... They'll fake it. Now Love. And this is caught at the end. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Dante Moncrief, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. And he's able to put it through. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win.
On the ground, bro.
That last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Watch it now, look at 56. Hurry up, here we go.
They go play action here on first down. They'll roll him out right. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And they get 28 yards on that one. And it'll be a New York first. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second in just about a few inches here. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's third down in inches.
Let's give plenty of credit to the defense there. They stuffed them on second and short. But if you're the offense, why would you change what you're doing? You've got a whole nother down to pick it up, and maybe even a fourth if you so choose.
And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They'll set up a throw. That's caught at the 1. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Jets are able to make this a close game again. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Big Leonard Williams there on the stop. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Indianapolis right after this. 9 yards still remaining here to pick up the first on second down. On second down, here's Locke. And complete to Moncrief over the middle. And he gets this one just shy of the 40 to mark him down at the 39. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long.
And the ball is knocked out, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. And New York set to take the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent. But you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
They'll get 17 yards there. And the Jets are going to have a first down. And now the offense operates in the red zone. They'll look to throw now on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Down here in the red zone, you know your tight end's going to be a favorite target. Couldn't hang on.
And sometimes they just have to get out of their own head because they understand how tight windows are there and how many bodies are there. And sometimes they just overthink it and don't catch the ball.
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down.
Partner, I know the ball security's preached like crazy, but every now and then you've got to know when to get rid of the football and save a little bit of yardage if you're a quarterback.
Because now if you're the offensive coordinator, what does it do if it was 3rd and 10 versus 3rd and much longer as it is now?
Yeah, it changes everything in terms of play calling and the pressure you might expect to face on the very next down.
This will be caught at about the 3. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Their dangerous wide receiver making quite a splash with his second touchdown in his NFL debut. And that makes it 14-10. And the Jets have taken the lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one. It's a fair catch is signaled for and taken. And the Colts getting ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Here's Locke. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. A good first down call as the screenplay gets him 9. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him?
And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on it, call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
So completion on 2nd down, that brings up 3rd. They'll drop the throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They're going to look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. 4 yards on the pickup, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down. And they'll run it here. And this time they were ready for him as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really plays. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just
come on, 2 hands.
Sometimes you get people to
2 hands,
off
get
so
that
far that
interception.
you can catch everything underneath.
You gonna bring
But
pressure.
still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
The next teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. And they're going to speed. And he is in. Touchdown, New York.
About time you won.
With now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead.
Partner, that was simply an example of getting low, wasn't it?
It was indeed. And for the quarterbacks, so they get low the line. They did their job. Is the quarterback's job just to find a crease and dive?
Find a crease and just get in there. Ordinarily, you start low yourself, get low behind that offensive line. But sometimes they do such a great job, you can almost fall forward.
I called it.
Crease for a touchdown.
Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the 2nd half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Going right side here, and that's complete. Very solid gain of 27. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Luck on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Again, Luck. His throw incomplete.
I wouldn't be shocked at all right now if there's a look of surprise on the big fella's face because he had the route that he wanted, running the corner, and usually he's able to use his body and catch the football, but a really nice play by the defenders, able to knock it away.
Throwing on third down, Luck. And he's got his man in stride, complete. A big third down conversion with a gain of 28.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete.
Hold him. Oh, roughing the passer? Yeah, we will take it.
Now here on EA Sports, it's the Colts, so they've got the
we will
football, but they've got work to do, trailing here as we begin the fourth. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. They come up in an offset eye. Throwing again is Luck. That's caught at the 2. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Luck throwing again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Their big tight end from a yard out. And the Colts have got it back to a 1-score game. So second and goal there from the 1. They go to the air.
And the perfect down to throw the football in this sequence. Second down is always kind of that, do they throw it, do they run it? They worked it out to perfection on that one by throwing it into the end zone.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. New York set to take the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here. For defense, obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual.
Boy.
Lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And a shot
Incomplete.
incomplete. Down and successful. Fourth down now. Here's Jacob Shum now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last...
Looking for Moncrief, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. So out now come the Jets. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
No gain, and it's second down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And complete to Moncrief over the middle. A gain of 6 there on first.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
On 2nd down, here's Locke. Finding time. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. He goes for 18 there as the play will continue.
That was a terrific catch. I mean, to go up there and get it one-handed like that, but I almost want to go into that riff about back in my day, the gloves weren't quite like this.
When did gloves really become prevalent, just in general?
I think in the 80s. I think as we started to move through the 80s, especially as we got towards the latter part of that. But a lot of those were really like baseball batting gloves to begin with not much of a tacky area on the glove. In fact, there was none. I actually remember in cold weather games wearing the old scuba gloves, which you'd wear in the diving, but they would split too easily in the course of a game. Then the glove manufacturers got smart and started adding to it, and here we are today.
To the air again, Locke. Completes it to Moncrief left side. And he gets it down to the 32. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Partner, nothing complicated here. This is just a pretty simple drag route.
You're exactly right, Brandon. Instead of throwing it downfield, they just throw it underneath and let the receiver do the work.
Luck now to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. And, of course, the quarterback in this situation, he's realizing time is becoming a factor. Let's see if they can get some points on the board here late. Here's Luck now on second down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Now the Jets are going to burn another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. They'll look to throw. And completed 7 straight passes before that one. As it falls incomplete and puts a halt to that streak.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Come on, that ain't roughing the passer. That's some bullshit.
Taken down. Kyler Fackrell in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
We're doing cheap shit. That's not roughing the passer. He's hitting them below the fucking legs.
Here on 4th down. He'll look to throw. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. They come out here in the eye. Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to lose yard. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. That one looks like he'll throw here. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And they'll add a DB in the secondary here on 3rd and 14. He'll look to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off.
Come on, boys.
29. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to
Come on.
take over. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they haven't liked the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
He's back to throw. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Incomplete pass on 2nd down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on 3rd. Now Luck.
Yo, warp tackling like a motherfucker.
What a huge play at this point in the game.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just
That a warp tap.
she wrote for this one.
That's a warp tap.
Offense about set to take over as they head on to the
Nice
field.
warp.
2 timeouts remaining
About time.
defensively, but that shouldn't make much difference right here.
It really shouldn't, but a lot of coaches look at it similar to baseball with the intentional walk.
Always bringing in other
Right?
sports.
Always, hey, listen, think about the intentional walk, right? What if one gets past the catcher? What if he uncorks a wild one and now you still have an opportunity? That's why they like to use them all the way through.
And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.